In the heart of the wild, where danger lurks behind every tree and survival is a ruthless battle of strength and wits, there are encounters that leave even the bravest shaken. Tonight, you'll witness the most intense showdowns the animal kingdom has ever seen. These are not mere skirmishes. They are life-or-death clashes, where only the strongest survive, and the unlucky become part of nature's forgotten past. Hold tight. This is the untold story of survival and the price of power. The sun beats down on the savannah, the land almost cracking under the pressure of its own heat. But amidst this furnace of life, two titans are about to meet, their fates intertwined in a battle that will echo for ages. A hulking mass of muscle, covered in battle-worn scars, prowls with purpose, eyes locked on the prize. And then, from the tall grass, a blur, agile, quick, with eyes that burn with a hunter's fury. They see each other, and time stops. The air thickens with the tension of what's about to unfold. With a roar, the heavy beast charges, its footsteps shaking the ground beneath it. It lunges forward with deadly force, but in an instant, nothing. The smaller, quicker animal has vanished, disappearing into dense brush like smoke in the wind. And then, before it can react, the predator feels it. A flash of speed, a slash of claws, sharp as the finest blade. The larger creature howls in pain, its body swinging around to find the source of the attack. But it's too slow. The smaller one strikes again, weaving through the trees, never allowing its enemy a clear shot. The battle rages, quick strikes, dodges, hits that crack the earth. Will the speed of the hunter outweat the strength of the behemoth, or will power triumph once again? Now, beneath the silence of a moonlit river, another battle begins, one of stealth speed and lethal precision. In the murky water, two giants of nature have unknowingly entered each other's territory. One, a predator known for its strength and lethal bite, moves like a shadow beneath the surface. The other, massive and relentless, lumbers through the mud, its primal roar shaking the night. They don't see each other at first, but something stirs in the dark depths. The hunter strikes, aiming for the beast's throat, but with one swift move, the giant evades the attack, twisting its body with the grace of a fighter who knows the stakes. For a moment, the river is still. The water ripples with tension. Then chaos. A splash, a roar, the sound of something breaking through the surface. Teeth flash, claws swipe, and the two become a blur of fury. The water churns as a hunter and the giant tear at each other. One aiming to overpower, the other fighting for survival. Who will dominate the river? Who will be left to drown in defeat? In a darkened jungle, where the trees grow tall and the air is thick with the scent of danger, another battle is about to unfold. One that will test the limits of both strength and mind. In the shadows, a giant waits, its muscles rippling beneath its fur. Its eyes glow with the hunger of a true predator. It doesn't make a sound. It doesn't need to. The jungle knows it's there. From the opposite side, a different force emerges. Smaller, quicker, but with a mind that sees every move before it happens. The jungle's silence is shattered by a sudden, brutal strike. The giant lunges, its jaws snapping shut with deadly force, but meets only air. In a flash, the smaller contender strikes again, its claws tearing into the giant's side. The battle is swift, calculated, and every move matters. The bigger creature roars in fury, but it's not enough. Every attack lands on empty air. Every move is countered. With each passing moment, the smaller one grows more confident, slipping between the giant's defenses, finding weakness in the armor of its brute strength. But will it be enough to claim victory, or will power once again reign supreme? On the edge of a vast savanna, the king of the plain stands tall, the setting sun casting long shadows behind him. His roar shakes the very ground beneath him. He is the ruler here. But today, his kingdom faces an uprising, a challenger that knows no fear, that has come to dethrone him and claim the title of king. He charges, his powerful body cutting through the tall grass like a storm. His opponent is smaller but no less dangerous, faster, more cunning. With every step, the air grows thicker, the tension palpable. The two collide with the force of thunder, claws and jaws, a blur of speed and power as the battle unfolds. Every strike, every bite, is a calculated risk. One slip, one misstep, and the challenger could end up a meal. But the challenger does not back down. With each attack, the ground shakes. With every move, the savannah watches, holding its breath. Who will come out on top? Who will be crowned the true ruler of the plains? In the depths of a dense jungle, where light barely touches the ground, the battle begins in silence. One creature, a relentless force of nature, stalks through the thick underbrush, its massive body gliding to the trees like an unstoppable machine. The other, quicker, smarter, relies on one thing: strategy. The larger creature strikes first, pushing through the jungle with raw power. But it's not enough. Its prey, nimble and sharp, ducks and weaves, always staying just out of reach. Every time the massive beast charges, it misses, striking nothing but the dense foliage. But it doesn't give up. It charges again and again, each time more ferocious than the last. The hunter, though smaller, lands blow after blow. Precision and speed are its weapons, and it uses them to perfection. The battle is escalating. Who will survive? Will the predator's strength be enough to overpower its enemy? Or will it fall to the agility and cunning of its smaller, more relentless opponent? The battle has ended, but the jungle is never quiet for long. Even as the conqueror stands tall, victorious, something stirs in the shadows. It's a feeling, a shift in the atmosphere. The new ruler of this territory, victorious in its claim, pauses for a moment. It knows, deep down, that the world around it is never still, never safe. From the depths of the jungle, a low rumble begins to grow. It's faint at first, like the murmur of a storm in the distance, but it grows louder, closer. The air crackles with tension. The creature, standing over its fallen rival, turns its head toward the sound. It senses danger. Instinct pushes it into a defensive stance. Every muscle tense, its sharp eyes scanning the undergrowth. This is the wild. And in the wild, nothing is ever truly safe. The rumble grows louder, closer, and then out of the shadows, the true threat emerges. It's massive, its presence undeniable, like the force of nature itself. The conqueror, though mighty in its own right, can feel the weight of this new opponent. It's a fight for survival now, a test of strength beyond anything it has faced before. The earth shakes as the behemoth charges forward, its eyes locked on the ruler, its body like a living mountain. The two beasts collide with a force that can only be described as catastrophic. The jungle itself trembles under the impact, trees cracking, the ground giving way beneath the sheer power of their struggle. The air is thick with the sounds of battle, roars, growls, the clash of bodies as they lock together in a fight for dominance. The smaller of the two, though still massive, tries to strike, aiming for the larger creature's throat, but the blows are absorbed by thick, impenetrable skin. The larger beast retaliates with a powerful swipe of its claws, sending the smaller creature flying backward, crashing into the trees. The impact is deafening, but the smaller creature doesn't falter. It's up again in an instant, charging back into the fray, its eyes wild with rage and hunger. The fight rages on, each strike carrying the weight of years of survival, of generations of creatures battling for the right to rule. But even the strongest can be broken, and the battle takes its toll. The once mighty conqueror is beginning to show signs of fatigue. The wounds from earlier are catching up, slowing its movements. Every time it tries to strike, the larger creature counters with a devastating blow. Then, in a flash of fury, the smaller creature makes its final move. It leaps, a blur of muscle and speed, aiming for the larger creature's vulnerable side. Its claws sink deep into the flesh, and for a moment, the world slows. Time seems to stretch, as if the jungle itself is holding its breath. With a roar of defiance, the larger beast spins, throwing the smaller creature aside with violent motion. The predator crashes into the earth, struggling to regain its bearings. It's weak now. It's broken.